of the screen. Oh, well. Here, I'm going to lift you guys up a little. Up. There we go. Sorry, Discord. Give me a second here. All right. Thanks, guys. 1 second. I've got to adjust for... Actually, Discord's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. Discord, you guys can see me. That's good. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. I've adjusted it. Lesser quality. This is what happens when you use the other thing. All right. YouTube. Sorry, the rest of you. So for YouTube, I restarted the video. I am using my computer camera and I'm using my computer microphone. So now let's see how but you'll notice the computer camera, the resolution is not as good as when I use my iPhone. The iPhone resolution is much better, interestingly enough. Anyway, I hate to use my iPhone because I hate wasting the battery like this. I use it for the show every day, but what do? You know, I want the show to be better quality. So I bought a camera. It's shit. It's much better quality when you do this. See you, Zerbachi. Anyway, all right. We are back. YouTube, I'm going to get rolling again here. What else we got? The Greek bonds. Oh, this was interesting. This was another Wall Street Journal article explaining Vincente. Nothing I can do about that. The volume is on your end, or not on your end. The volume is YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to turn the volume up. The volume is YouTube being funky. Well, the volume's going to be a little lower anyway because now it's my computer. So, all right, that was weird. Let me keep going, guys. My laptop is ancient, but I don't know if that matters for this because it's working on Discord. I think this is YouTube. YouTube has been a problem for months now. We've been having issues with YouTube, and I don't quite know why. I know I don't. The problem is actually the laptop's already in trouble because we've already got Trump's tariffs on laptops. I'm just going to keep this laptop. Let's see if it makes it through another year. You know, I'll see about getting a new computer next year, maybe. You know. Any case, let's keep going. Wall Street Journal. An aversion to buying U.S. Treasury bonds at the moment is actually pretty easy to understand, the journal says. The Trump administration's erratic tariff policies have created so much uncertainty that investors have been reluctant to make any directional guesses about where the U.S. economy will be in 10 years. Think about this. What they're talking, it's an interesting point. It's a simple point, but it's an interesting one. If you're buying a 10-year bond, you basically say, I'm buying this bond, I will hold it for 10 years, and at the end of 10 years, the U.S. government will pay me my money back with interest, right? Or they pay the interest every year. Thank you, Big Hawk, for that. I love that octopus. The question becomes, it's like buying a CD that you're like, you know what, even easier? Think of it like buying a CD and how you buy a CD and you got to hold it for 5 years and you get a better rate or whatever. And if you sell early, you know, you pay penalties. Imagine you buy a bond that's for 10 years. But you're not sure what's happening to the U.S. economy in 10 years. You're not sure if inflation is going through the roof, right? You may not want your money locked up in a bond if U.S. inflation may go crazy. Because if inflation goes crazy over the next 10 years, then your investment isn't worth as much, right? Inflation diminishes what your investment's worth every year. So bondholders are going, we don't want to invest in the U.S. because inflation may go crazy under Trump with his tariffs, and that's going to wipe out our investment. So that's one of the big things. More from the journal. The underlying problem will remain the process of upending the global trading system by Donald Trump, which escalated again today, is making investors everywhere less confident in holding U.S. financial assets. The ultimate outlet for this is the U.S. dollar, which keeps plummeting against major developed currencies and may have to go much lower. Final point here is, as I said, the U.S. dollar is plummeting as well. Nobody wants to buy dollars either, and they're buying gold instead. So they're not buying dollars. They're not buying U.S. trading bonds. They're not buying U.S. stocks. They don't want to touch the U.S. at all because they don't trust the U.S. anymore because of Donald Trump, and they want to invest in everybody else. Well, that isn't just a problem for us and our stocks and bonds right now. That's an overall problem for the U.S. if people don't trust us anymore. Thank you, Russell. If people don't think investing in America is safe, if people don't think the dollar is a safe investment, right? That's incredibly dangerous what message that sends and what it means for the future of American influence around the world, but also the American economy. If governments and private individuals look at us and say, that's a country we can't risk investing in, then it means they won't. And again, Vladimir Putin couldn't have done a better job destroying this country in terms of the destruction of our relationships, the destruction of our economy, the destruction of the U.S. as a global leader on economics and on the dollar, a safe haven for finance. I mean, Putin couldn't have done a better job of destroying our country. Let me see. Oh, the final reason why you should care that Donald Trump is causing a massive spike in interest rates for bonds. So again, people don't buy bonds, they sell them, they won't buy them. The bond price goes down, but the interest rates goes higher on the bond. It's an inverse relationship. Okay, it's like an opposite relationship. So the main point to take away here is when bonds are in trouble, when people don't want to buy them, the interest rate goes up. Guess what that does? When interest rates goes up on bonds, the interest rate goes up on your car. The interest rate goes up on your mortgage, on the debt you already have. That's related to the bond prices, specifically the 10-year bond, but some of the other bonds as well, I believe. Listen to this. US bond rates are higher, meaning mortgage and other interest rates will go up. Treasury yields help set, which are like the 10-year treasuries we talked about, the 10-year US government bonds, help set interest rates for mortgages, credit cards, car loans, and just about any other type of borrowing. And it's costing the US another $100 billion a year, by the way. And by the way, that quote's from the Wall Street Journal. So somebody was trying to do that. That's not right. Well, the Wall Street Journal thinks it's right, and I'm going to go with the Wall Street Journal versus the anonymous guy on TikTok. The final point here. So car loans, interest you pay on a car loan, interest you pay on student loans, interest you pay on your mortgage, all of that's going up. The only good thing is you'll get more from your bank account. You'll get a higher rate on your bank account. That's true. But everything else is going to go through the roof because of bond, because of interest. So there's a practical you and me reason why we should worry about what's going on this week as well. Your mortgages are going up as a result of this. The final thing, and my cousin did sort of the math on this. Just the last week, okay, with bond prices, exactly, Solak, exactly. When the Wall Street Journal says something, I'm willing to go with Wall Street Journal versus anonymous guy on TikTok. I agree with you. The final point here, my cousin did an analysis of this. Because bond prices have gone up, the cost of the US debt has gone up, okay? I mean, basically, government, we talked about this with Ukraine. The government sells bonds and the government gets that money. It's either people lend money to the government, right? And then the government pays that money back in interest and then finally for the bond itself, right? Well, because interest rates have gone up on bonds, that means the US owes more, right? It has to pay more interest for that. And it has to pay more for its interest, right? The US has borrowed money, right? The cost of borrowing money goes up. The US just this week, because of what Trump did with all the trade chaos and with bonds, my cousin analyzed that the cost of the US debt, of servicing the US debt, the cost we have to pay as Americans to pay for our debt, the percentage interest, the interest rate, went up $100 billion a year. We have to pay another $100 billion with a B dollars for our debt this year because of what Donald Trump did this week. That is why it matters. And his point was, is Donald Trump going to get us $100 billion more trade? I doubt it, he said. He said he is going to cost us so much more money because of his trade games he's playing, except he's not going to get us the money back through trade. And we just spent. So $100 billion. And that's the cost of his military parade as well. No, $100 million is the military parade. This is $100 billion with a B. I mean, this is like 15% of our defense budget that now is just wiped away because of Trump. Really bad stuff. As always, we can talk for a second about all this economic stuff and the Trump stuff, and then we'll switch to some Ukraine news. So let's hang a second and talk, and then we'll do Ukraine news. Now, student loans, it all depends, I guess, if your student loans are variable or fixed. I don't know how that works with student loans, but thank you, Super Hornet. Keep the gifts coming, guys. Hey, Casual Penguin, good to see you. Thank you, Redhead. Who lends money to the U.S.? Well, again, I am not international financial guy. One way, well, the Chinese actually, but one way that people lend money is by literally buying U.S. government treasury bonds. That literally is lending us money. It's just like Ukraine. When we talked about, Ukraine's going to sell bonds to make more money. and they sell a bond and we buy the bond and we give the Ukrainian government our money. They give us a bond and they promise to pay us in a certain period of time and they're going to give us interest, like a loan. But a lot of it's China, Japan, Super Hornet saying. I'm trying to remember who else were some of the other big countries. I remember Japan and China. Adam is saying Canada. Adam from Canada is saying Canada. A largest chunk of student loans are variable. Uh-oh, did I not do that? Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I did not give the dog water before the show started. One quick second. All right. A little bit of water. There you go. All right. I need to make more brownies tonight. I think I'm in the mood for brownies. Luxembourg, Great Britain. We got a lot of people here. Canada. All right. Any case, do you think this is a dip or something else? Does the stock market go up? Any idea? The problem is, and again, I've been talking to folks I know about this, is as somebody said to me the other day, you can't hedge against Donald Trump. You can't hedge your risks against Donald Trump. You have to know what Trump is going to do in a week, in a month, in a year, in order to balance the risk there, right? So if you know Trump is going to do bad things, maybe you don't want to invest your money. If you think Trump is going to stop doing bad things, then maybe you do want to invest your money because the market will go up. How do we know? I mean, he's not just unpredictable, as Linda said, but I think he's goofy as well, right? We don't know what's motivating him. We don't know, is he just changing his mind? Does he not understand what's going on? Is there a corrupt reason he's doing what he's doing? Has somebody influenced him in some way and he's trying to curry favor with someone? And that's the reason he's playing games with the market and everything? I mean, the problem is it's Donald Trump. And there is no way to know, is this problem with him in the markets going to continue for 4 years? Is he going to grow up and suddenly in a month say, okay, we're done with the tariffs, I won, and then the markets go crazy again? Who knows, right? Who knows? Thank you, KT. Thank you, Annie. That's the problem. So it is impossible to even, I wouldn't give you stock advice anyway, but it's impossible, thank you, Joshua, to even analyze and say, well, Trump will probably do this over the next year, so you should do that. Who the hell knows, It's very sad. And this is why we've talked about a lack of thank you, Jazak. A lack of predictability is very dangerous for economics, but also for defense and for foreign policy. Wars start because because leaders don't understand what other leaders are going to do. Thank you, Annie. Because leaders don't understand what other leaders are going to do. Because they worry and they say, well, I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he might invade. We better invade first, right? It is generally in foreign relations, it's generally considered safer if leaders are predictable. Because that way you don't worry about the worst case scenario. You don't say, well, might they go to war? Well, he's crazy. He might go to war, right? You don't have that kind of, if it's a sane leader, you go, no, he's pretty sane. I know him. Same thing with economics. That was too cute. I don't think I've seen that one before. Thank you, Annie. That was a really nice one. It was this giant oversized kitten kneading my head. That was very cute. But you made me lose my train of thought, but that was a good one, though. I'm glad that was worth losing my train of thought over. What were we saying with Trump, the economy? Help me out. I had one final point I was going to make on that. International relations. Predictability. So predictability is a problem with defense and with wars between countries. They're worried about the other leader. He's not predictable and it can start a war. But it's also a problem with economics because, like we said, if you're looking to do business, do you start your business in the U.S.? Oh, thank you. Is that Steve with the Galaxy there? It was Steve. Thank you, Steve, for the Galaxy. That was a very nice gift. Thank you for that. Also, Pingu, Addie, and Nova, and Mustard as well. But if the U.S. is unstable, if we're unstable politically, which we are, in terms of Trump, for example, sicking the FBI on people who have criticized him. That means political instability. If we're unstable economically, which we know we are, okay, we're unstable in terms of even defense, really. I mean, it's not clear. Is he defending our country? Is he with our enemies? I mean, who knows, right? If it's not clear economically what's happening with tariffs, right? Do you want to order things from abroad if the tariffs might go up in 3 weeks or a month or 3 months, right? I mean, I don't know that you do, right? So maybe you don't invest in the U.S. right now because you say the U.S. is a little crazy for the next 4 years. Maybe you don't invest in U.S. stocks for the next 4 years. Maybe you don't invest in U.S. bonds, right? Which are important for the U.S. in terms of government debt, right? Maybe if you're an American company, maybe you don't buy as many things from abroad, so you're not literally doing business. I mean, the uncertainty makes it very difficult for business to grow. Because if there's uncertainty, they say, let's hold back. And by the way, if they hold back, if you and I as consumers hold back, if companies hold back and don't spend money, recession, right? It slows the economy down and causes problems for all of us. Very bad, very bad. Anyway. Oh, that was weird. Oh, or unless we just lost, that was weird. Discord just disappeared. Discord just shut down on me now. That was a first. How did that happen? Discord just literally shut. This is a weird day. Wow. Okay, this is weird. Let me look here really quick. It shut down the event. Wow. That was crazy. I guess I'm going to start the after party and see. Here, hold on. Continuing my show at the moment. That was very weird. So now Discord and TikTok, not TikTok is fine. Discord and YouTube both. That was, okay, there you guys are. Wow, that was weird. Hold on, I'm trying to, 1 second here with Discord. That was crazy. That was crazy. Wait, can Discord hear me again? It totally turned Discord off. Can you guys on Discord actually hear me though? Without having to leave and come back? You can't hear. Shit. Okay, you can't hear. Sorry, 1 second, guys. All right, I've got to turn off Discord and come back. That was crazy. Discord literally shut down the show. This is just like, man, I don't think somebody's hacking. I don't think that's happening. I think this is just, unfortunately, things being difficult. Hold on. Here we go. Myself, speak on stage. That was totally bizarre. Wow. That was weird. All right, we're back. That was totally weird. All right. Wow, it wasn't YouTube this time. That was totally bizarre. All right. Any case, let's do a little bit of a Ukraine update and we'll move on. Hang on a second here. Ukraine. Oh, Trump actually put some pressure on Russia today. That was interesting. Basically, Trump sent, one of his negotiators about the war or whatever, Steve Witkoff, who's the pro-Putin guy. He sent him to Russia today to meet with Putin. Trump's getting a little annoyed that he sent this guy 3 times to Russia and nothing's happening with the ceasefire. What a surprise. Putin's not doing anything. Listen to this. Trump tweeted today, Russia has to get moving. Too many people are dying. Thousands a week in a terrible and senseless war. A war that should have never happened. It wouldn't have happened if I were president. So that was Trump, of course, taking credit again, making the war in Ukraine all about him. Trump couldn't, of course, say anything without praising himself. And not threatening to put any pressure on Russia, but at least he's kind of acknowledging, I guess, which isn't a bad thing, that the Russians aren't doing anything. Basically, I'm going to wipe my screen. I don't think it's going to matter for you guys. That might be better. I don't know. Basically, Trump is saying that the Russians aren't accepting the ceasefire, which we know they're not, but Trump isn't actually willing to do anything about it. So let's see. All right, a little more here. Reuters. Less than 48 hours after dining with this was bad. So this is Trump's negotiator about Ukraine. Listen to this. Less than 48 hours after dining with a negotiator sent by Russian President Putin in Washington last week, Steve Witkoff, the U.S. special envoy leading talks with Moscow, sat down with Trump in the White House and delivered a clear message. The fastest way to broker a ceasefire in Ukraine, he said, was to support a strategy that would give Russia ownership of 4 eastern Ukrainian regions it attempted to annex illegally in 2022. In the meeting with Trump, General Kellogg, Trump's Ukraine envoy, one of the other ones, pushed back against Witkoff, saying Ukraine, though willing to negotiate some terms related to disputed land, would never agree to unilaterally cede total ownership of all of its territories to Russia. The meeting ended without Trump making a decision. So basically, Trump's lead guy with the negotiations wants Ukraine to give Russia everything and think, again, the best way to get peace is for Ukraine to give Russia everything. Well, I mean, right? Like, I guess, right? I mean, okay. One way of ending the war is just giving up, which is what they're asking Ukraine to do. Sorry, my back is itching. Is just having Ukraine give up, which is insane. Oh, hey, Jean-Marc, thank you for that. Just kind of unbelievable. I just, this is who these people are. And again, by the way, like if Ukraine were going to give up some land, how about making that part of the negotiation, right? Rather than just unilaterally saying, you know what, Ukraine needs to give up everything and that'll give us peace. How about making the Russians give up something, anything? Like, is it a crime to ask Russia to actually negotiate here? Considering Russia's not in the best position. Ukraine's not in the best position. Russia's not in a great position either. They've lost a lot more soldiers than Ukraine has. And the Russians were kind of, and a lot of money, the sanctions are causing the Russians a lot of problems. There is room to negotiate with Russia. Trump doesn't want to. Very bad. 6 countries say they're ready to send troops for Ukraine's reassurance force. This is, thank you, Maxime. This is the peacekeeping force that isn't quite a peacekeeping force. The Ukrainians are saying it's not a peacekeeping force. The problem is none of us really understand what it is otherwise. But the Brits, the French, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and another unnamed country, I'm going to go with Poland, stand ready to send their soldiers while other leaders want to see a more detailed plan. Again, the problem is, not the problem, it's really, I don't know if it was the Brits or somebody who pushed back yesterday, and the pushback made no sense. And they said, oh, it's not a peacekeeping force we'd be sending to Ukraine after the war. It's a reassurance force. They're not going to stand between the Russian and the Ukrainian troops, and they're not going to be in harm's way. And it's like, well, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean, right? I don't know what that means. It doesn't make any sense. I just goodbye. Oh, you got him. That was a good call, Blue. I got them too. Only because that was a subtle call, but that person in the end was trolly. Yes. But my spidey sense was telling me that comment was not just someone giving an opinion. That was disinformation. That was not an opinion. Yeah. What else we got here? NATO allies pledged nearly 20 billion pounds, which I hate pounds. $25 billion. What would that be? Alexa, what is 20 billion pounds in dollars?
20 million pounds is 26 million.
26. Okay, so $26 billion. Alexa, quiet. $26 billion in additional military aid for Ukraine. And that's it, actually. There's no news on the Chinese nationals that were captured by the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians keep saying, they're evidence that China sent troops. We don't know that. I mean, again, I'm being honest about this. We don't know that. It's possible the Chinese sent troops. It's also possible that Vladimir Putin had these people kidnapped, which he does, which he is wont to do. All right, there we go. I'm moving my camera so I can sit back a minute here. There we go. So we don't know. It is just as possible. I thank you, PTX, for the gift. It is just as possible that the Russians kidnapped these guys, the Chinese, and forced them to go to the front. Just as possible. So I don't know. It's, again, let's see, but I don't want to sort of jump to conclusions. Not sure, Dave. I don't know what Bondi said about that. I mean, I saw the Supreme Court ruling, but I didn't see what she said. They could be mercenaries. That's exactly right, Jens. They could be mercenaries. They could have been kidnapped. The Ukrainians captured some Chinese nationals fighting for the Russians in eastern Ukraine. The Ukrainians say it's proof that China has entered the war on behalf of Russia, that basically China has sent soldiers, but they could be mercenaries. We've got our nationals fighting for Ukraine. And they could be kidnapped because Russia has kidnapped lots of people, including lots of Indians and Nepalese, who they kidnapped and forced to fight in Ukraine for the Russians. So we don't know. Again, just to be fair, we don't know what these guys, what their status really is. There's no Iran. The only Iran news is the Trump people today said they were willing to negotiate with Iran over the nuclear weapons program. So if anything, it was it was good news, I guess, right? Ish. So Russia's shooting UFOs. I didn't see that. I definitely did not see that. All your turkey calls. Misha's planning to go hunt turkeys, I think. Misha. Misha, since you're a new American, did you know that the turkey was originally going to be the U.S. national bird? Our national bird is the eagle, which we're very proud of, but it was going to be a turkey originally. And I forget why they finally decided not to, or maybe it's apocryphal, but the talk always was that it was going to be a turkey. So, I'm not sure what you're talking about with regards to Social Security. Thank you, Julie, for the gift. The eagle is better, yeah. Oh, she did, Misha. Oh, his wife told him all about it. There you go. Good wifey. There you go. All right. Good. She's given him his American history. That's good. Benjamin Franklin wanted it to. Oh, Jeffrey's saying the same thing. Benjamin Franklin wanted it to be the turkey. Why did they want the? I have to Google this. Why did they want the turkey? That is the funniest thing. Hold on. Let's see here. That is so funny. Hold on. U.S. national bird turkey. I'm trying to find somebody that we trust a little more than, I don't know. I'm not seeing, it could be apocryphal. I'm not seeing a lot of actual sources I trust here. Oh, here we go. Harvard. Okay. I'm trusting Harvard a little more. Okay. It is a myth. Let's see. One of the popular Thanksgiving-related myths in American history is the notion that Benjamin Franklin preferred the turkey as the national symbol of the U.S. over the bald eagle. The story gained popularity in November '62 when the New Yorker featured a cover illustration of the Great Seal of the United States with a turkey in the place of the bald eagle. 1776 premiered on Broadway, and featured a song called "The Egg," where Franklin, Thomas, and Adams compare the birth of a new nation to an egg hatching, launches into a debate over the bird. Is there any truth? Let's see here. There weren't really any eagles or turkeys present in the designs proposed by Franklin, Adams, or Jefferson. Jefferson explained each man's. This person at Harvard is writing a very slow piece here. Oh my God, this is an academic, so we have no. Oh my God. Okay, this is useless. So this guy at Harvard wrote this piece that's this long and decided not to tell us, like, it's an academic essay. Oh my God, this person is not going to be a journalist. We don't have the answer yet. We don't have the answer yet. Britannica, I trust them. There is no record that Benjamin Franklin wanted the U.S. national bird to be the turkey rather than the eagle. However, he did make clear his feelings about each bird clear. He wrote that the bald eagle is a bird of bad moral character. He does not get his living honestly. He is too lazy to fish for himself. While the turkey is a much more respectable bird, he is, besides, though, a little vain and silly, a bird of courage. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that is funny. Interesting. So we don't have proof of what Franklin might have proposed, but there is proof of Franklin commenting that he hated eagles, and he thought, I love an eagle has bad moral character. Do eagles go and go after things that were killed by other animals or whatever, like carrion or whatever? Is that what he's talking about? Wow. Who's down on bald eagles? Man. And turkey does taste good. Eagles, who knows? We don't want to know. But turkey does taste good. Turkey's really good. Wow. Turkey. So eagles salvage and they eat other birds. They're scavengers. That's what I was looking for. They're scavengers. Oh, they are raptors. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Wow. Oh, that's hilarious. That is the funniest damn thing. Wow. Okay. That I mean, well, again, that's the kind of proof I like, which is, disproving something, but with nuance, because it doesn't disprove it. It says there isn't any definitive proof that he wanted the turkey, but he did like turkeys and he hated eagles. That's very interesting, actually, because it also suggests that it's probably true. That, well, he may not have wanted the turkey, but he probably did not. He would have absolutely said, I don't love the eagle. And he probably said, it's fine, you want the eagle, go for it, but I don't like it, right? At the very least, that would have been clear. She's back. Hello. Hi. You want to say hi? You want to just sit there and harass me? Oh my God. My nemesis is here. She freaking woke me up this morning at 8 o'clock. The dog has learned this new skill where I guess like I must have taken her out. I don't remember doing this, but apparently I'd take her out and then feed her, or somebody did. Like that's maybe my sister's house. She learned to go out and then get fed. So now she wants to go out just to fake it. And she like wakes me up an hour before my normal time to wake up to go out, but she fakes it. If I get up, she literally goes outside and comes back in. And I'm like, I'm going to freaking kill you. Absolutely going to kill her. So this is part of the reason I've been so exhausted lately. She literally wakes me up an hour early, and I'm going to get a freaking squirt gun. I swear to God, or a spray bottle. Next time she wakes me up like that, she's getting a freaking spray bottle. Yeah, she's gotten to be very like you. It's like I said, the YouTube people can see her. Everybody else, she's kind of hiding a little bit from you all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway. The time. I mean, the time change. I forget which way the time change went. Spring ahead. So the time change would have been a problem. No, would the time change have been a problem? Right? No, the time change would have helped. The time change would have helped because at 8 o'clock it would be. Then it turns into 9 o'clock. So that no, she learned. She used to do this. The time change helped me for a while, and then she adjusted, and now she's doing it again. An hour before she does it at night too. She starts begging an hour before dinner and starts harassing me. Unbelievable. Anyway, she's annoying me. I love my dog, but my God, she's annoying. Anyway, they catch fish and rabbits and squirrels. Which they are you referring to, Jeffrey? The eagles, you mean, or what? Eagles. Oh, okay. So they do actually catch some animals. Fish. That's funny. Like, actually, fish. I guess fish. I vaguely think of a picture of an eagle grabbing a salmon or something. Although I think of the bears doing that. But yeah, that's interesting. Thank you, KT, for the garland. Oh, there you go. That was cute. The garland. I read it first, and I was like, oh, there's garland on my head. That's cute. Thank you, Troy, for the gifts as well. Small cats and dogs. We had those horrific. Remember, I showed you guys. I don't know. I mean, actually, I do. I probably do have them. We had these horrific turkey vultures hanging out outside my apartment. There were 4 of them. The most horrific things you'd ever seen. I mean, just horrific. Let me do a search and see if I can. I'm going to say birds. Oh, they're here. It's horrific. These things were literally outside my apartment. And this is my phone camera. I don't know that you can appreciate how big these damn things are. They were ginormous. They're called turkey vultures. These things are so freaking large. Like it's probably standing up 2 or 3 times the size of my dog. I just don't know that you can appreciate how big this was. It was horrific how big these were. Again, you may not be able to tell just looking at them. Oh my God, this thing. I brought the dog inside. They may not be 4 feet tall, but these things were a good 1.5 feet tall, probably, I'll bet you. I know dinosaurs. This is when you go dinosaurs. That's exactly right. Yeah. They kind of look like condors, actually. They kind of have that condor look to them. You know what I mean? I had another one. I don't know that I've got. No, I don't think I've got. No. There was a really cool one at Mom's house too. We had some, or was that a, I'm forgetting what this one was. There was a really cool one at my mom's. What was this? Does anybody remember? Sasha, 1 second. You get more water. I'm forgetting. I don't think it was another vulture type bird. I don't think, yeah. Look at that. Oh no, that's an owl, isn't it? No, that's not an owl. Is it an owl? That's a hawk. That's a hawk. Beautiful bird though. Look at the size of that thing in Illinois. Beautiful bird. You know, stunning animal. Yeah. Just a little harder for you guys to see with the color. But yeah, Sasha gets more water. Beautiful bird. More water. 1 second, you. Oh my God. Oh my God. More water. All right. More water. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, big birds scare me. I know I brought, well, I wasn't going to go out with Sasha anyway with that big thing, the hawk or whatever, but the turkey vultures here were so big. Again, I'm going to guess they were easily 1.5 feet tall, easily. They were horrifically large. I can't even imagine if they were, I don't even know what, they were, 10 feet tall. I mean, they were horrific. Yeah. So Discord disappeared again. What is going on with Discord? Wow. I don't know what's going on with Discord. Wow. All right, let's start it again. I don't know if my connection is somehow, being bad or something. Oh God, now it's going to do this again too. Now it's going to probably do it so they can't hear me again on Discord. Can you hear on Discord? La 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 la. Let's see. Of course not. All right, Discord, I got to shut again. That's really weird. That's really weird. Discord's doing that. It's all my lights. Yeah, exactly. No, that's a little strange. That is a little strange. I should have made my. I think I'm going to make my brownies tonight. I'm in the mood. The harder brownies. They're a little better, but they're a little better tasting, but they're a little harder to make. But look, here we go again. Man. Yeah, Discord's annoying me here. All right, there we go. That is annoying me beyond belief here. All right. Weird. Very weird. All right. Anyway, yeah, they're again, like I said, they were, I don't think you can appreciate how big that was. Don't tell me the sound is different on Discord. Nothing changed. So that's a Discord setting problem if the sound is low. But that's not on my end. That's Discord being even more evil. Discord always does its own updates. Every time Discord's kind of annoying. Discord updates all the time. Yeah, it doesn't need an update. Hey! Oh my God, this one. Jesus Christ. In Greek, we'd say akouseki. It's like, oh my freaking God, you're annoying. God. Anyway, the geese. Yeah, we used to get the geese in the fall in Chicago. I remember Thanksgiving, like the big, wedge of geese flying over. Very cool. So, I know tech support. Honest to God. No, I think Discord there. Okay, good. Now she's climbing into bed and leaving me alone. All right. I mean, she wants to be loved. I get that. Actually, she hasn't played with Brutus in a couple days, so I need to check with Christina about. Actually, I'm going to send her a message while we're sitting here. Let me send her a message. My neighbor, to see if her little dog wants to play. There here. There we go. All right, let's see what she says. If they're around. I think she may be out of town because I did not hear. Well, no, Sasha heard Bruce earlier, I think. We've not heard him, so. Anyway. Yeah, TikTok or Discord updates itself. It's kind of annoying, you know? Your son carried the dog up and down the stairs and cooked her steakums. Mine is spoiled, but she's not that spoiled. She's definitely spoiled, but not that bad. Okay. Hold on. I was suspicious. Yes, Brutus is away. She must have just gotten back. Okay. I thought maybe she was gone. Anyway. So what else, guys? A little early tonight, but that's okay. We don't have stuff to talk about. We are doing the show tomorrow morning as well for the subscribers. Thank you, Jocelyn. Where is my little guy? Where is he hiding? There he is. Oh, my nephew today. This was kind of fascinating. My nephew is in Santorini, Greece, and they're staying at a beautiful Airbnb, just absolutely stunning. And I mean, Santorini is just, he's sending me videos and stuff going, this place is just ridiculous. Oh, no, this is interesting. I've got the one video, but not the other video. What is going on with that? Why do I not have the other video? Well, this was the view. I mean, this was the view at night, which again, like this is the view, I think. Yeah, this is the view at night, which of course it's Santorini. It's absolutely probably the most beautiful Greek island. Not touristy right now, but otherwise horrifically touristy. Like you don't want to go there any other time of the year, but it's but right now it's great. Shoot, he sent me a video that it is not showing me. Son of a bitch. Oh shoot, I wanted to show you the video. Oh God, and the pictures too. Why is it not showing me this here? It's on my it's on my phone. It's on my phone and my yeah, son of a bitch. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. So this is the video from their Airbnb. I think this is their Airbnb. Hold on. Wait. There we go. I think this is their Airbnb. Or it's just a video from a deck. I'm not sure which. But it might be their Airbnb. I mean, absolutely just. And then you can see the water below. There was a volcano 2,500 years ago, which is why there's like land surrounding it and then a big hole in the middle, and then volcano in the middle, which we should see, or maybe not the side they're on. And then, oh yeah, this was their little outdoor hot tub. Again, they've got one of those caldera, exactly, one of those ridiculously beautiful Airbnbs. You know what I mean, with the pool and everything. But this, he showed me. He said they're doing Instagram shoots, and I'm gonna show you this. He goes, there must be Instagram shoots. These women are wearing these flowing dresses and they're getting photo ops. So he goes and he does a little research and he finds the price, 350 euros for half an hour, 500 euros for 1 hour for a photo shoot. Okay. With private, super atmospheric and impressive photos on the cliffside with flying dress included. So 350 for half an hour, 500 for 1 hour, but then he found one of the photos online. Look at this photo. I mean, honestly, for 350 euros or $350, if I were a woman, I'd consider that. I mean, it's a stunning, again, for you guys. I'm gonna try to make this a little easier to see. There we go. I think when I turn, there we go. So you guys on YouTube can see it. Now look, and just go look at that thing. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Sorry, Discord, hopefully you can see it. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. But then I was like, either here or I was like, Anthony, I said, honestly, even for you to get one would be pretty funny. He said, I wonder if they would let me get one. And I said, either they wouldn't like it because it would ruin the brand, or they'd love it because he goes, I could put that over the fire. It'd be hilarious. Just put on the dress, right? Oh, thank you, Randy. Just for him to put on the dress. Again, kind of a little bit of an overweight, hairy-chested guy with the dress flowing behind and a beautiful like glamour shot of Santorini. This is Santorini, Greece, a beautiful Greek island. Santorini. Queen, two people below you just wrote the name right there. That's a tradition in Santorini. I didn't know that. It's a beautiful, I mean, it's absolutely stunning photo. But Anthony would be brilliant. But they're only there for 2 days. But he said it's nice because it's not crowded, which is amazing because, I mean, when I was there 45 years ago, it was pretty crowded. I can only imagine how bad it is now, Hey, Arctic, it's probably going to be horrible now. But he said this time of year in April, it's actually pretty empty, which is nice. You have a good glamour shot, Street Rat? Yeah, I don't know if he's going to do it, though. He's probably not going to do it. Oh, that's true. The problem is ChatGPT has a restriction about using people's faces. So it would get weird. I'm with you. It would get weird with that. It's because it was this weird intellectual property thing, and they were worried about fake, what do you call them, deep fakes and stuff. So they ended up banning. So if you try to use someone's face, you might get away with it, or it might freak out. Yeah. We don't know what's going on with the insider trading rumors because probably no one's going to investigate them. Trump might have committed insider trading with the with announcing postponing some of the tariffs yesterday, and nobody knows, and we're never going to know because no one's going to investigate it. So this is what happens when you have corrupt people running your government. So yeah, very bad. Temperature, I don't know. Flower Lady, ask Alexa, what's the temperature right now in Santorini, Greece? Although it's nighttime.
Right now, in Santorini, Greece, it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, Alexa, what's the daytime temperature tomorrow in Santorini, Greece?
Tomorrow in Santorini, Greece, there will be lots of sun with a high of 62 degrees Fahrenheit
Oh,
and a low of 54
wow.
degrees.
High of 62. It's 47 right now in the middle of the night, but it'll be 62 tomorrow. Okay, so it's not warm, but and you're on cliffs and stuff, which probably explains why it's cooler. Interesting. Wow. Oh, interesting. Smaller nuclear reactors up there? I don't even know what to make of that. I woke up here. I know I tend to wake up people's Alexas when I do that. Temperature's not bad though. High of 62 isn't bad. That's not bad. I mean, that's nice for walking around and stuff. Exactly. Linda woke up to snow. I was seeing they had snow in Toronto today or whatever. I was seeing some videos go around. Love Canada, but not thrilled about the long winter or the cold winter. It's again Chicago. That's why I don't want to go back to Chicago. I'm gonna go back to the winter. Ugh. Is the USA now officially a lawless country? Yes. Snow in New York. Oh, there's snow in New York too. Even DC, it got cold the other day. I had to bring my plants inside 2 days ago because it got freezing. 2 or 3 days ago, it froze overnight. So I had to bring a bunch of the plants in, and now they're outside again, and now we're good. So now we should be good for the summer. But man, snow in Montreal next Wednesday. Wow. Yeah, we're not going to get frost again. I'm pretty 99% sure of that. 80s in Colorado right now. Oh, that's funny, considering you guys get like crazy snow, early and late. That's interesting. Yeah, but it's cold. It's the next week and a half is definitely cool here. Lakes drying out in Europe. Oh, that's interesting, Martin. Huh? Scary. 89 last week. Where was that German made? That was in Germany, was it? 99 in Phoenix. Yeah, but that's typical, right? Although April, that's a little early for April, is it or is it not? Isn't it or no? Or is that normal for April for you guys in Phoenix? I mean. Yeah, my irises are coming up. I think one of Mom's peonies died, which I'm upset about. What do you do? But I transplanted it 2 years ago and it did fine last year, and then this year, or 1 year or two, and this year it just died, which I'm very annoyed. One of the other ones is still alive, but I don't know how the hell it just died, but something happened. I'm in Washington, D.C. Yep. Snowed right into June in Montreal. Oh, God. Well, no, maybe these don't look like they're coming up is what I mean. Like something's going on. It's not coming up. I mean, that doesn't come back, does it? It's literally not coming out of the ground. I know they don't bloom every year. They're dead does not mean no blooms. Dead means dead. There's nothing there. So we'll see, but it's not looking good. I don't know whether the frost wouldn't have killed it. I have no idea. I'm afraid root rot or something. It may have gotten too wet. It shouldn't have, but I don't know whether the planter got too wet somehow or who knows. You know, I'm not happy. We'll see. But I mean, I still have a second one I brought, my favorite one that I brought. But these were some nice ones that Mom liked that were kind of purple and they had a fragrance, which was nice because that's not usual. But I think that somehow it got too wet over the winter, which I don't know how, but it did. So we'll see. But my irises are blooming nicely. They're not bloomed yet, but they're blooming. So that's nice. Lots of buds coming up. So this year, at least, since I'm not going home for Easter, this year I'll be able to at least experience my irises, which is nice. Yeah, Trump is having his physical today, which means nothing because they're going to lie about it. So, you know, whatever. You know, no idea what that is. Oh, the peonies? Yeah, I mean, the thing is they were Mom's peonies, you know? I mean, I don't really want peonies. I mean, I like peonies otherwise. They were purple, basically, kind of a lighter, like a purple, but a purple with a nice floral scent to them, which was interesting. But I liked them because they were Mom's, you know? My irises, well, I've never been here for my irises blooming. I have a very nice purple, and I've got a nicer, like reddish purple that I had Damien get. Actually, I've got a, hold on. I will see if, because the iPad is pretty good at finding flowers. Let's have it find. Well, it found, okay, one of them. I have yellow irises. So I do have some yellow irises. This is one of my yellow irises. I mean, it's a bearded iris, of course, one of the big ones, which is nice. That's from a few years ago. These are not mine. These are the neighbors. Let me try flowers because it's not recognizing. Oh, here we go. I'm finding them. These were, oh, right. Remember, these bloomed last fall on me. These are the purple ones. These are the purple ones that are very pretty. Remember, I had brought them inside with Sasha's litter box because they were blooming in November when the frost was coming. So I brought them in. Those are very traditional, but they're very pretty. Again, there's another picture of my purple ones that are very pretty. Again, very traditional, but nice. But there's another one that I bought. I bought a nice variety a few years ago for fun. And let's see if I can find them. I don't know. Hold on. Damien sent me. Oh, these were the peonies. Oh, they really were pretty peonies. These were the peonies that I think died. Like I said, they were really nice. They were double blooms, very nice color, and they had a beautiful scent to them as well, which was too bad. Yeah, they're in containers, but it's a big container, but still. Hold on, I'm going to find my other damn. Is that it? That's not. No. We had a wonderful magnolia in front of my mom's house. Oh my God, I love that magnolia. It's so nice. Like this is the magnolia in front of Mom's house. I mean, oh my God, these things are the nicest. It's a sort of a cold weather magnolia. You know what I mean? Where they can survive the colder weather. Really pretty. I mean, just like a beautiful. This was when they were just starting to open up. Really pretty. But I'm still looking for that one. That one of my other plant here is. I'm still finding the purple. Oh. There it is. There it is. That's my other one. Yeah, this is the other one. It's kind of a, this is the other iris. It's kind of a purple. It's a very pretty iris. It's like a red purple iris. That's why I like this one, because I just think it's a really cool. And also that's the color I like. I like sort of that Moroccan, Moroccan decor color. It's very pretty. Yeah, yeah. That's the one. I knew I was gonna, actually, and it's getting a little rusty, but that's the flower. But so hopefully there will be several of those this year. We'll see. But very pretty. Yeah, I don't have any more of those. Damien took some. I haven't been here for the damn thing. It's never flowering when I'm here. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, like I said, moms were very pretty. Am I Canadian? Oh God, no. God, no. I'm American. I'm American, not Canadian. I'm doing fine, Jocelyn. Just not clear where to go for the holidays, But purple and white. Yeah, I've got to go and actually get my 50 to 100 iris. That's nice. I've got to go and get my a tomato plant soon. I'd like to get a tomato plant once the frost has Yes, this was Dad's old sweater that I got. I had them, although I'm a little pissed off, to be honest. I had them put a zipper on it and they put a silver zipper. And I'm just a little pissed off because it's not my job to tell them what color zipper. But I looked at all my other sweaters. Almost every sweater I have, the zipper matches the sweater. It's not silver. Like the zipper should have been black. I have one sweater that's this way, where the zipper is a lighter color. But so I'm a little pissed off because it's Dad's old sweater, and I spent $50 freaking getting the zipper put on, and I got home and I was like, a silver zipper, seriously? But maybe it's not the end of the world. But it pisses me off because I'm like, really? After all this trouble, But as I said, it's my dad's old sweater that I found in the closet, and I love this thing because it's very thick. It has a fleece inside. It has a fleece inside and it's sweater on the outside, and it's very thick, but it's a wonderful, it's like a ski, what you can see, it's like a ski sweater. It's my Picard sweater. You know what I mean? Like, not, again, this zipper drives me. See, I look at it and this silver drives me insane, seeing the silver of the zipper, but what do you do? But the pattern is nice because it reminds me, it's like a ski pattern. You know what I mean? It's a neat kind of, with it open, I don't mind the zipper as much when it's open, but it's a beautiful sweater, but I like it because I'm sure it's like from the 1960s. I think I remember photos of my dad skiing with this. It's like a ski sweater. I think it's made in China of all things. Nordic design. I know it's made in China of all things, which I find hilarious. But the silver matches the weave. All right, I'm going to give you that. Hold on, let me look and see real quick. What was the? I don't even know that there is a. Oh, there is a. Yes. Well, see, there is a. I mean, there is an old tag, so who knows, right? I mean, it says vintage inside, which makes you suspicious. Like, why would you call something? It's not vintage until it's old. But the tag looks legitimately old to me. So I'm pretty convinced he got this. Actually, it is old because you can tell even this tag is pretty old, but it's made in China. So who knows? I mean, but it's great though. Like I said, it's a very, even this, and look at this, even the sleeves. The sleeves have got this on the inside. It's a very nice, it's a nice sweater. But it just fit me perfectly. So I asked if I could have it, and none of the siblings cared. So I paid to have a new zipper put in, and but it's completely lined. So it's like a nice. I got it so that it could be like a. I wanted to bring it to Italy. Actually, I totally wanted to bring it to Italy. Oh, I was like this walking around Italy. I was like, would have been the perfect little sweater to have there, But it's almost a little bit of a ski. What is it? Weatherproof? Oh, Weatherproof is the brand. You're right. Weatherproof Vintage is the actual brand, Jordan. It's an actual brand, huh? But is it like an old brand or is it a current brand? But I don't think this is, my back is, 90% better, which is good. It's good enough. Weatherproof Vintage sweater. Let me see here. Oh, it is a brand. Although I don't know whether weatherproof is the name, like not the brand name. Oh no, weatherproof vintage. There you go, men's sweaters. Yeah, that's interesting. Wow, it still is a It still is a brand, but I think thing is from the 1960s, I would say. I think, right, it's vintage, exactly, Kimberly. I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, they go for cheap or expensive, depending. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice sweater, but yeah, I think it's a the company's been around since 48. I think this is from the 60s. Probably 60s or early 70s at most. Because I remember, like I said, videos of my dad skiing wearing this. You know, waterproof, God only knows. I doubt it. I mean, I doubt it. It's a sweater, but I like it. It's pretty. And again, it's fun that it was dad's, but it's a fun, it's fun. Oh, I see. Is wool water repellent to it, water resistant or whatever? Huh. That's interesting. Costco has their stuff. That's funny. Does wool do things bead on wool? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Huh. Dad was an engineer. So he ended up being like a top VP of marketing at an international harvester that became Navistar. Was head of the Society of Automotive Engineers for a year, president. My friends who know that know it's cool if you're in the business. It doesn't matter otherwise. But if you're in the business, it's pretty cool. He was the president of SAE for a year, which is cool. Very proud of it. Got to travel the world, which is very cool. I don't know what it is. I can look and see what this is made of, just out of curiosity, since we're discussing it. Did the tag say polyester? That's funny. Although I'm kind of okay with it being polyester because it's not as hot and it doesn't itch me. You're right. It is polyester, faux fur. Yeah. Acrylic lining, polyester. Yeah. Yeah. It does have a number at WPL 11590. I think that's the model. Hold on. WPL. Let's try this. 11590 sweater. I don't think it's going to bring anything up. What was it called again? Weatherproof? But you wonder if it's called weatherproof, wouldn't it be weatherproof? I mean, shouldn't they actually, yeah, that number isn't getting us any closer. No. That is the model number or whatever you want to call it, but it's not getting us any closer. No. Huh. It's a cool sweater. Yeah, I don't know where. Well, these are some of the older ones, yeah, on eBay and stuff or wherever. Anyway, who knows? Yeah, who knows? It's cool though. Anyway, but yeah, I'm kind of glad it's polyester, to be honest, because a sweater, a wool sweater would be too hot for. Oops, hello, putting my arm through wrong. It would be too hot for me for starters. Oh, it could be a date code. That's interesting. Too hot and too itchy. Like this is at least comfortable, which is good. So anyway, exactly. But I like it. I mean, it's fun anyway, but I'm glad it's actually not itchy. It's nice and cool and comfortable, so I'm happy. But yeah, I'll do a Google image search just for fun. I doubt I'll find anything, but exactly, polyester for the 60s is exactly. Polyester is perfect for the 60s. I don't care anyway. I mean, my French sweater I got from the convenience, from the the gas station, is polyester. I love it. That's the one everybody loves because it's a beautiful French zip-up sweater that I got for $15 at the gas station in France, in rural France, and it's probably the most beautiful sweater I have. And totally polyester. Beautiful sweater. And comfortable because it's polyester, so I can wear it and it's warm but not warm. Like sweaters, I get very warm with sweaters. Like a wool sweater, I have a hard time wearing wool sweaters in the winter because they're just too. Well, I think, you know what? In Europe, maybe. In America, things are heated. I mean, in the old days in Europe, they weren't. So it was good for that. But now, like, I don't want to wear a sweater indoors in America. It's just too hot. Again, this, even for the show, this is a little warm today, even for me. Oh, the other one's fabulous. You've seen the other one. My French, actually, is it? I've got it sitting somewhere. It's around here, but the French one's great. Yeah, that French one is. Oh, I've got it sitting here. I'll show you the French one just because I love this one. As I said, my French gas station. $15. I've had this thing for probably 20 years now, and it's held up wonderfully. Oops, trying to, actually, I shouldn't be sitting on it on the chair. I'm giving it a wrinkle. This, and it zips up. So I like to wear it. I typically will wear it kind of like this, but it can go up all the way if it needs to. But I wear it like this, and it's just it's a beautiful sweater, and it fits. I mean, it fits like wonderfully. It's a great little sweater, but it's a $15 sweater from a French gas station. It's ridiculous. And the other one's Star Trek. I think the other one's even more Star Trek, because I like the other one having the pattern, but this is very Star Trek too. But this is very almost Navy-ish or US Navy or whatever too. But it's fun. I love this. I wear this in the winter. Yeah. It is, well, and it's French. So of course it's slimming, right? It looks like this beautiful sculpted to your shoulders and your body. And it literally is a $15 sweater from a gas station. I mean, oh, the brand is a joke. The brand is like a goofy fake brand. T-Trax XX. The brand is T-Trax, which I think is probably no brand I've never looked, actually. It'd be funny if you could find the brand, because it's a wonderful oh, and of course, look at the label. It's a totally fabulous European label. United City of New York Global City. What does it say below? New York, I never looked. NYC Subway, 42nd Street, Manhattan Bridge. And then something else below it. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I love stuff like this. Look at the bullshit under the T-Trax. All the nonsense writing. Oh my God, I love this stuff. I have always loved European and Asian clothes that have gibberish English on them. And I totally didn't realize this had it on the label. Oh, I love that. Absolutely love that. That is hilarious. Well, see, and then it's got the label here too. The TRX jeans, lab design, New York. It's not from New York. It's an Indian company. There you go. Yeah. This thing fits beautifully. It is an Indian company. That's funny. But if it's an Indian company, maybe they just make stuff for everybody around the world. You know what I mean? I doubt I could find it. I bought a black one, and I bought what I thought was a brown one, but it's kind of, once I got my cataracts, I realized it was a little purple. It's still nice, but the black one's nicer. I would have bought, had I known how nice these were, I would have bought like 5 of them and been like, that's my sweater for the rest of my life. I told you, I've owned this thing for maybe not 20 years, maybe 15 to 18 years I've owned this thing. It's fabulous. It's hung in there, beautiful. And again, $15 at a French gas station. It was one of those gas stations that has like food and other stuff. So they had, and I'm literally looking around, it was big. And I'm looking around and they've got sweaters. I'm like, they've got sweaters? So I tried the sweater on and I went, this is insane. This thing's $15. And it fit beautifully. I was like, okay. Oh, but it is about the price. I mean, it's about the price when it fits beautifully and it's only $15. You go, okay, that's it. You know, that's it. Oh, TikTok shop. Oh, you mean the TRX or whatever they are? The only thing is, I suspect it's one of those companies that makes probably everybody's brand. You know what I mean? So like, I doubt this is their fit. I think this is, the French had to make this for France or whatever. You know what I mean? Is my guess. Most competent pair of sunglasses with a cheap tourist shop in Italy. Yeah. Yeah. It's very funny. $20 for sweater auction. Yeah, exactly. I'm not selling my sweaters. It is a brand, TRX, really. Okay. Now you got me checking here. Thank you for the gift, Show Marquis. Hold on. TRX brand. Hold on. Let me see. I'm not convinced this is the same one, though. I don't think it. I think mine's a knockoff. I am not convinced this is the same thing. I think mine is a knockoff. You think it's the same? I don't know about that. God, I hate it. I freaking hate this stupid. Oh my God. The stupid little thing they try to get you to agree. You know what I mean? For all the stupid. Oh my God, stop. I'm not convinced this is the same company. I have to see the label. Where's the label? Is there a label? Let's see the way they wrote TRX. Now you guys have me all curious, but I would have such a hard time believing this was real. No, I don't think it's real. First, it says the company is T-Trax inside. On the side of the shirt, it says TRX Jeans. Of course, this is a sweatshirt. Lab design, blah, 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 New York, original studio. I think this is fake. I think they stole the brand. T-Trax. Let's try T-Trax just for fun. I think it's fake. I think TRX is a different brand. This is funny we're doing this. TRAXX. Let's try that instead. T-Trax exists, although it's on some scary Russian website. I think this is a Russian. Russian or Ukrainian, Vostok. I don't know. The website's called Vostok. Oh, they're selling it in yen. Funny. A T-Trax zip acrylic knit sweater. 8,900 yen? What is that in dollars? Alexa, what is 8,900 yen in dollars? Alexa, what is 8,900 yen in dollars?
8,900 Japanese yen is about $62 US.
Oh, $62. But they do have but I mean, actually kind of interesting with the double zipper on it. This is some little, but Vostok worries me. But it's in yen, which I don't understand why. Right? I mean, am I wrong? Yeah, that's yen, isn't it? But the name Vostok worried me a little bit. Vostok.base.shop sounds, that's Russian. Yeah, we're not buying anything from them. Interesting, but there's nothing else online for T-Trax. It's literally like 4 things. And then that's it. Well, no, Redbubble has stuff too. eBay has stuff. This is funny, actually. It's a brand that's out there, but it's on eBay and stuff. It's T-Trax, though. I think that's, I know this stuff is fun to just look into weird stuff. Just for fun, I'm looking at this on eBay. Oh, this is like really an old, goofy sweater, though. T-Trax men's gray. Oh, my God. 12 pounds. Oh, my God. This is like, I don't even know. Is this 90s? When the hell would this be from? 80? This isn't 70s. That's nasty. I don't know what, could this be 80s? I don't even know what this is. That's kind of nasty. I'm fascinated by this now. T-Trax. Let's just look at T-Trax just for fun. Again, I think they make anything and everything. And this is they make anything and everything. Yeah, vintage dark blue jeans. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. They're a weird brand that did some knockoff, and God bless them, they made a gorgeous French sweater as a knockoff, I think. So, good for them. Very funny, though. When you saw it was in India, that's funny. I think this is a knockoff, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, all right, guys, it's 7:40 after the hour. I'm going to get going. We're at 100,000. Thank you, everybody, for making it to 100,000 taps on TikTok. Love you. Very sweet of you all. Yeah, I'm going to go. Tomorrow morning, remember, we've got our coffee talk in the morning. Yep, adjusting this. Coffee talk in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. Oh, thank you for the fireworks, Ash. Sweet of you. We got a coffee talk in the morning, 11 a.m. Otherwise, I'm back Monday at 6 o'clock for everybody else. So thank you, guys. And actually, stop buying gifts. That's sweet of you. Stop it. I feel bad when you buy gifts. Thank you, though. That's sweet. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, and the dog is moving. I hear you. We're going to brush your teeth and give you a treat. We are. She's down there. She got up and she's looking. She's looking. All right. She's moving over to her bowl. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'm going to sign off with you guys first on Discord. No play date? No, because Brutus is out of town. Brutus is still at the parents, so they must have been gone this week. So, yeah, no play date. She's not going to be happy. I hear you. Oh, my God, she's already begging. All right, see you guys. YouTube, you're next. I'm coming. Oh, God.